Hey guys, it's JB Cuber, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Okay, so before we start, we need to know two things: notation and how the pieces work on the cube. Okay, so first, notation. If you already know the notation on a Rubik's Cube, go to the time right here. So let's go into notation. Okay, so if you ever see an R, then that means to turn the right phase clockwise one time. If you ever see an R and an apostrophe, then that means turn the right side counterclockwise. The same goes for L and L prime, U and U prime, G and D prime, F and F prime, and B and B prime. But if you ever see a letter such as R and then it has a 2 next to it, that means to turn the right side twice. It doesn't matter if you turn it clockwise or counterclockwise, they will both do the exact same thing. Okay, next is how the pieces work. If you already know that, then go to this time right there. Okay, so on a Rubik's Cube, it looks like that there's just each one of these stickers is one piece, but really it's not. See this blue? This blue corner is not just one piece. It's blue, white, and red. So if we take a corner from a disassembled Rubik's Cube, this is what it looks like, because this is 3 colors. So all the corners will all have 3 colors. And the same goes for edges, but this time it only has 2 colors. Next, you need to learn about the center pieces. These pieces can never, ever, ever move. And I'll show you why. So if we take the disassembled Rubik's Cube, the core here, then you'll see that it has a bunch of center pieces on it, and you can't move them because whenever the whole cube is assembled, then you're just spinning these center pieces and you're not moving them at all. They're just spinning around the core. So remember this color scheme. Red will always be opposite orange. Green will always be opposite of blue. And white will always be opposite of yellow. So you can never have white next to yellow, or orange next to red, or green next to blue. And the way I like to remember is the colors are similar that are opposite, they're similar. See, white and yellow are pretty similar, so are red and orange, and green and blue. So just remember that. Now, let's actually get into how to solve it. Okay, so let's mix up our Rubik's Cube. That should be good. So I'm just gonna start on white, because that's what a lot of people like to start on. So this is what you have to do. You have to put all of these white edges on top, around the yellow center, because whenever you get your cross, that's what you're trying to get. These pieces also have to match up. And if you want to get them to match up every single time, first put them up here, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so it's pretty obvious of how to get this one up here. Just move it up, simple, just like that. And now if we want to move this one up, we do this, but that breaks this piece. So we have to move the top side, and then we have an open slot to place our piece in. So now we have one of these pieces. And how do you get it in, you may ask? Well, all you have to do is turn it to the side and then bring it up. But if it's like this, and you bring it to the side and bring it up, well, sometimes it might break a piece because it's already there. So just, again, move the top layer so you can get an open slot right there, and just move this piece up. Now, we have this piece, so we can always just bring it up here. But wait, this piece is here, and also even if we did, that wouldn't really help. So let's move an open slot, bring it up here, and then do what we did before in an open slot, and then bring it up, but that breaks this piece, so we just move it over and bring it up. So that's that part of the step. So now it's getting the centers to match with the other part of the edge. So just take an edge, and I'm just going to use this white and orange one. And see this orange? It doesn't match with this red, so you're just going to move the bottom two layers until it matches. And then you will do an F2 to bring it down here, and now you have this matching and this matching. So now we can go to the next one. This one is already matching up, so we can just do an F2 again to get this matching and this matching, and then turn it to the next one. This one is not correct, so then you just move the bottom two layers until these match up, and do an F2 again, and then just like that you have these matching up and these matching up. And then finally the last one, and you just move the bottom two layers again until these match up. Again, do an F2, and then just like that you will have your cross, and also this will be correct, this will be correct, this will be correct, and this will be correct. Amazing. Okay, now it's time for step 2, the corners. Okay, so first thing you want to do is find a piece that is in the top layer that is facing you. So take that piece and look what piece it is. This is the white, blue, and red. So you're gonna put it in between those, the red and blue centers, and we just want to move it down here. So if we bring it down, as you can see, that messes up this edge. So what we do is bring this piece out of the way, bring this piece up, bring this back over, and bring this back down. And what that did is that it put it in here, and it also matches between centers. So yeah. So now here's another case. If it's on the right side, this one is the white, green, red. Then put it in between the correct centers. And just do what you did before but mirrored. So you move it out of the way the other way this time. Bring it up, bring it over, bring it back down. And again, that places it in the correct spot. Okay, this is another case you could see where the piece is already in the bottom layer, but it's not it's not oriented correctly, and it's not in between the correct centers or anything. So all you have to do is pretend this piece up here is the white piece. So you move it out of the way, bring it up, bring it back over, and bring it back down. So now you have our piece here, and then you can move it in between the correct centers, and then move it out of the way, bring it up, bring it over, and bring it back down. And now you have it. And same goes for the left. So you pretend this is the white, bring it out of the way, bring it up, bring it over, and bring it down. And then you can just do that. And then you have it here, so you can do that again. And so yeah. But there's one more case that you could see, and I'll go over that right now. Okay, so this is where the white piece is facing upwards. So if it's facing upwards, then you can't just get it down there by doing this, because that's just gonna not make it go in there. So what you have to do is bring it out of the way like normally, bring it up, but this time instead of bringing it over once, you're gonna bring it over again, and then bring this back down, and then you can do what you did before. Okay, so now it's time to move on to step 3. So all we have to do in this step is get these 4 pieces my fingers are on. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. And so we're going to find a piece in the top layer that doesn't have yellow on it, and it has to be an edge. So we see this one doesn't have yellow on it. It's red and green. So we're gonna look at the front color, and it's green. So we move the bottom 2 layers over twice, or how many times you have to get it to line up with the center. And we gotta think, which way does this red one go to? Does it go to the orange, or does it go to the red? Well, red is red, so it has to go over here. So you just gotta do this algorithm. It's really easy to memorize. And the algorithm is U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And just like that, you have this piece in here. Okay, this is the case where you have it and this piece needs to go to the right. So this needs to go to the red. So if we put it over here, then it's not going to match up. So we have to bring it over to the right this time instead of the left. So you just do the mirrored algorithm of that, which is U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F, and it puts it in there. So then we have this piece, the orange and blue one. So you just do that, and then it has to go to the right because the blue matches here. So you do the algorithm that makes it go to the right. So again, the algorithm is U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F, and then it gets in there. So now we have this piece, and this time it has to go to the left again. So again, the algorithm to make it go to the left is U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And that's how you get your middle layer, but there's one more case you can see. So you look in the top layer for an edge that doesn't have yellow. This one has yellow, this one has yellow, this one has yellow. So this one can't have yellow. Wait, but it does have yellow. So what do? Well, we see that this piece is actually in the correct spot, except for it's flipped. So we just have to pretend that one of these two pieces is a piece that has to go in here. So I'm just going to pick this piece. So put it in there, which will pop this one out, and then you can put it in after. So the algorithm to make it go to the right again is U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. So now if you re-look in the top layer for an edge piece that doesn't have yellow, this one has yellow, this one has yellow, this one has yellow, but this one doesn't have yellow. So we move the bottom two layers until it matches, and now we can just do that same algorithm. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. And that just goes in there, and now it is time for step 4. Okay, so step 4 is solving this top yellow face. So first we gotta get the cross. And so you could have 4 possible cases for the cross. So first is the one that I have. So you just want to hold it like this, where one edge is in the right and the other edge is in the bottom, and they're adjacent to each other. So then you gotta do this algorithm. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And now you should have this line. So you want to hold it where the line is horizontal, and you're going to do that same algorithm. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, and you will have your cross. That's the third case you might have, which is the cross already solved. And ignore these corner pieces, we're just going for the edges right now. And so, but there's one more case that you could see, so I'll just go over that right now. Okay, this is the case you might see, which is you just have no edges that are solved and only a center. So you just have to do that algorithm, and then no matter what, you're just going to have that same case with the adjacent edges. So again, the algorithm is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. So then as I told you, you have this case, and you can do that same algorithm. And then you have the line. And then you'll have the cross. Okay, we completed the first half of the step, but we still have to do the next step, which is doing the corners. So right now, our target is to get one corner solved. So what the algorithm does is this corner won't move. This corner will turn counterclockwise. Same with this one, and same with this one. So if you remember, our target is to get one corner solved. And so we got to hold it the correct way, where it makes it where one is solved. So this corner won't move. This corner will turn counterclockwise and it will be solved. This one will turn counterclockwise, it won't be solved. This one will turn counterclockwise and it won't be solved. So we'll have one corner solved that way. So the algorithm is R prime U2 R U R prime U R, and we have one corner solved as planned. So now you want to hold the cube like this, where the corner that is solved is in the front right corner. So are you going to do that same algorithm, which is R prime U2 R U R prime U R, and we'll have our top solved. But if it still looks like this whenever you finish, then that means that you just have to turn it back again in that same spot and do that same algorithm again, which is R prime U2 R U R prime U R, and that will be solved. So now it's time for step 6. Okay, so on step 6, what we will be doing is solving these corner pieces. And basically, the way we're going to do that is we're going to do an algorithm, and it will get it where all the corners are solved. So you want to find two corners that are already solved that are next to each other. And I have one right here, and you want to put them in the back. And you want to do this algorithm. R prime, F, R prime. B2, R, F prime, R prime. B2, R2. And now you will have all the corners solved. But there is one more case you could see, and I'll go over that right now. Okay, so this is where you have no pieces solved next to each other. So you're just gonna do that same algorithm, and no matter what, you will always have two that are next to each other that are solved. So again, the algorithm is R prime, F, R prime. B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. And now no matter what, you will always have two that are solved that are next to each other. So we're going to put them in the back and do that algorithm, which again is R prime, F, R prime. B2, R, F prime, R prime. B2, R2. And now we have all of these corners solved. And now it's time for step 7. Okay, so it's step 7 and we want to find an edge that is already solved completely and put that in the back. So then you want to do this algorithm to get all of these solved. So the algorithm is R U prime, R U, R U, R U prime, R prime, U prime, R2. And it looks like we didn't do anything, but what we did was we cycled these 3 edges. So whenever we cycle this one to here, this one will move to here, this one will move to here, and that's exactly what we want. So if we do that, then our cube will be solved. So the algorithm is R U prime, R U, R U, R U prime, R prime, U prime, R2. But there is one more case you could see. So this is the case where you have no edges solved and they're all messed up. What we will do is we will do that same algorithm that I just showed to you, and no matter what, you will always have one that is solved. So again, the algorithm is R U prime, R U, R U, R U prime, R prime, U prime, R2, and then we just have one that's solved now, and we go R U prime, R U, R U, R U prime, R prime, U prime, R2. So now the Rubik's Cube will be solved. And it's possible that it's still not solved and it looks like this still, but you can just do that algorithm again and then you will be able to solve your Rubik's Cube. Hooray! So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.